What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be doing some product research for Amazon dropshipping. If you know how to dropship on eBay already, you kind of know the process of product research, but there's a lot of differences when it comes to Amazon because of the buy box. So I'm going to be showing you how I do my product research, and hopefully it helps you out. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so now we're in Amazon. The way that I usually start off my product research is I'll go to one of my suppliers' websites and just kind of pick an item from there, and then I will put that item into Amazon, try to find it, and then I'm going to find some sellers and do a bunch of things. So first thing we need to know before we start doing product research is our minimum margin. So let's say you're drop shipping from Walmart. Let's pull up an example. Okay, so I'll just pick a random category. I like doing stuff, home improvement and home. Let's try home. We'll do bathroom. Let's do bathroom accessories. Okay, so let's choose. All right, let's choose this little basket. See if it's on Amazon. Okay, so we've got it here. Oh yeah, another thing, before you start, you guys should download this, what's it called, DS Amazon Quick View. It basically is going to add this little bar here, and you have to have the premium to look at the BSR history and the price history, but you can see the current BSR right now, and then you can also see the ASIN and if it's sold by Amazon or if it's sold by FBA seller. So here it says one FBA seller sold by Amazon. This one has Amazon and one FBA seller. So this is a good tool to have when you're working. It's a must actually, because when you're going through these products and you're checking each one of them out, you could see like, all right, this is a 32,000 BSR, which is pretty good. This is a 160 BSR, which is really good, and this is a 250,000, which isn't good, but this is not the point of this part of the video, so I'll go over BSR a little bit more later. But basically, the higher the number here, the less times it sells, and then the lower the number, like 160, means that it sells a lot. Another tool that we're going to use is the Jungle Scout Estimator. So this is a free tool. You just go to junglescout.com/estimator, and what you can do is you plug in this number 160 into office products. So you go down here, you find office products. Where is it? Office. All right, 160. What? Did I click on the wrong thing? All right, so this item supposedly sells 5,670 times a month. Now, most people say that Jungle Scout is the most reliable as far as estimating the amount of sales and stuff like that, but unless you really track it, you don't really know. But I would guess this is right, because this is an Amazon's basic item, which is Amazon's like private label brand, and it's only selling for like 14 bucks, which is, I guess, relatively cheap for a wastebasket. I don't know, I don't buy wastebaskets that often, but I guess that's a good price, and obviously it's Prime, so you can get it. Today's Sunday, you can get it in one day. So and it has good reviews. So I wouldn't take this as the end-all be-all number of sales per month, but it is good to kind of reference it, just to kind of create a like a gauge of how many items sell. So let's try this one, because this is obviously way higher than this. We'll do it in home and kitchen. Let's see. All right, so this is 30 sales per month so it's about 1 sale per day. So if you were on this listing, I'm guessing the prime seller, which is Amazon in this case, is the one that's going to be selling almost every single one. But that doesn't mean you can't make a sale. I've made sales on listings where I'm the drop shipper and Amazon is selling on that listing, or there's a FBA seller. So let's go ahead and click on the listing. And like I said in the beginning, we got to figure out what our minimum margin is. So let's go to this wastebasket. Okay, and we want to go down here and click on other sellers and see who else is selling this item. As you can see here, this one's $31.78, and then the next one up is a pretty high jump, which is $45.49. And the reason for that is because these people are drop shippers. So if you go back to Amazon, we can see this is $31.78, $31.78 sold by Amazon. So these people are getting it. So I'm guessing this is the owner of the company. Oh, shipped and sold by Walmart. So they're sourcing this item, same place that Walmart is sourcing this item, and there's a minimum advertised price, or MAP pricing, which the wholesaler or the manufacturer tells them to price it at. So they can't price it lower than that because it would just be a race to the bottom, and that's the good thing about doing like wholesale, but that's for another video. So let's get back to here. So $45.49. These people are drop shippers. I'll explain kind of how you can tell they're drop shippers later, but let's figure out our minimum margin. So we got $31.78, and then this does not meet the $35 threshold, so we're going to be charged $5.99 per order to ship the item. And in this case, we'll do 31.78 plus $5.99, which is $37.77. And then we're going to want to divide this by that number, $37.77. And that is going to give us 1.20, which is a 20% margin added on top of the purchase price here at Walmart. So Amazon charges a 15% selling fee on the sale price of the item. So basically 20% on top of this is going to be 37.77 times 0.20 is going to be, so you would basically make $7.55 off of this item if you were to sell it and Amazon didn't charge any fees. But we have to consider the fees. So let's go ahead and say, so this was $7.55, which is what we would make, right? But we're going to be selling it for around $45.49. So 45.49 times Amazon's 15% fee is going to be $7.42. So in this case, we wouldn't really be making much money, because if we're making $7.55 and then we got to pay Amazon $7.42, then it's not really worth us selling. But we also got to consider that there's cashback and there's discounted gift cards and all that good stuff. So the cashback site that I use is Giving Assistant. You guys can use eBay's Giving Assistant, Be Frugal. Any of those websites will give you cashback. Let's see what the going rate right now is for Walmart. Looks like 4%, but let's just double check and click on here to see. Sometimes there's exclusions. Okay, so $1 on video games, books, photos, and electronics. So that's something you got to consider when you're listing items, is you need to figure that into your margin. Whereas most items are going to be 4% cash back. So for this item, we would have 4% of the purchase price. So the purchase price is going to be, what was it? 31.78 whatever plus 5.99, 37.77 times 0.04. Okay, so $1.50. So let's just go ahead and say that the the amount that we're paying Amazon and the upfront profit from this from earlier, they were about $7.50. So let's just say we break even, and that's what we would have. But once we have this cashback, we're gonna make another 4% off of the purchase price, which is gonna be $1.50. And then we also can use gift cards, so we can use a site like Cardpool. And let's see if they have some Walmart gift cards right now. All right, they got 3% gift cards, and they're out of stock. But let's assume we bought some gift cards yesterday. They had some up yesterday, or you use a different site and you bought some gift cards at this rate. So go back here, and so we got $1.50, and then we got 3.5%, so $1.32. So 150, $1.32. So in total, we're gonna make $2.80 per sale on this item, which I guess is let's see, what percent is that? 280 divided by 45, 49 is going to give you 6%. So with cashback, with gift cards, we're going to make 6% on a sale like this at a 1.2 margin, right? Because we divided this number, which is the sale price, by the purchase price, including the shipping, and we got 1.2. So if we list it here and we try to beat this person's price by a penny, we're basically listing it at a 20% margin, and then we end up, after paying Amazon and then using our gift cards and our cashback, we end up making 6%, which I know that's a very small percent, but don't underestimate it, because with drop shipping, you know, you're just uploading these products and just kind of like monitoring them and letting them sit. So why not make that? Even though it's a small percent, it's nothing to laugh at. So I definitely still want to list an item like this. All right, so the next thing I want to go over is kind of how you look at these sellers here and decide whether they're drop shippers or if they're wholesalers. Okay, so as you go down the list here, you can kind of tell by their names. This is not a surefire way, but it is a way to kind of figure things out. So we got CR Deals, Discount Depot, Charlotte's Attic, Global Distribution, Blair Store. You can kind of just tell by the names if they're they sound just like made up or not very professional, like Bath One. I mean, I don't think that's a real. I mean, I'm sure it's a real company, but it's not like a official distributor of this product probably. So we can go to their products and we can kind of check out some of the other products they have. Okay, so they got a bunch of bathroom products, obviously, because their name is Bath One, but they have a lot of items. They got 20,000 items. They may be a wholesaler of bathroom products. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we can go back, and you can usually tell by looking at the margin, because as we've seen here, 1.2, you make about a 6% margin, and that's kind of where it cuts off, right? So if these people were wholesalers, they would probably be sourcing it at the price that Amazon and Walmart are sourcing it at. Sometimes it's higher, because Amazon and Walmart, of course, get the best deals. But I mean, most of the time, like I said earlier, when you buy from a brand like this, they're going to give you a MAP price, which is minimum advertised price, which is basically means the lowest price that you can sell the item for. They put like a floor on how much you can sell it for, but you can sell it for any price above that. But most of the time, I mean, when you're trying to compete, most people will just price it low and then make their money that way. So that's kind of a way that I look for sellers to see if this product, if we're able to sell this product. Because you got to keep in mind that dropshipping is not, it goes against Amazon's terms of service. So you're not really supposed to be doing it, but if you set up your store right and you be careful with certain brands, then you should be okay. there's brands that are exclusive to Walmart. So let's go back here. I seen one, I think, on this page. Okay, so you see a product like this. This is one that I'm sure everyone knows. If you drop ship from Walmart, Mainstays is their basically like one of their main brands, and it's only available at Walmart. So you can't list products that are only available at Walmart or only available at Home Depot or only available at Lowe's, because if Amazon asks you for invoices and you don't have invoices, they're going to shut your account down, or they're going to suspend your account or something like that. So, and by invoices, I mean actual invoices from the manufacturer or supplier, not receipts from Walmart. Because again, like I said, you're not supposed to be drop shipping it. It's against their terms of service. So if you show them a receipt, you're basically just ratting yourself out. Like, oh, here, look, I just drop shipped this from Walmart. So, I mean, I have heard of some people giving them receipts and they've been okay, but it's really, you're just rolling the dice at that point. So you got to be careful of that. There is a list of brands online. You could just look up Amazon restricted brands, and they'll have like a list of brands that you're not allowed to post on Amazon. Also, when you go to upload certain items, let's see if we can find one. What's a brand that? Oh, you're gonna have to check yourself. But if you go down here and you click on, where's it at? Alright, so it looks like this. You can't even, but usually like down here at the bottom it'll say like I have one to sell, or it says you have one of these to sell, and then you click on that, and if you're able to click on that and then the thing pops up to where you enter in all the information like the price and everything, then you're okay to list it for the most part, because Amazon is going to block you from listing in certain categories and listing certain brands because they are restricted. But there's other brands like this one, you know, there may be the button here when you log in and you can click on it and you can list the item, but this brand might contact Amazon and say, hey, we didn't authorize this person to sell our products. Can you kick them off the listing? And Amazon will do it. And then on top of that, they're going to give you a penalty. So you just got to be real careful and just use your head when you're researching. I don't know every brand, of course, that is sold by Walmart and Home Depot and Lowe's and Bed Bath & Beyond, but it's kind of common sense. There's certain brands, like I said, that are only sold at that source, and those are the brands that you're not going to want to list. I'll show you some more examples later as we go along, but just be careful of that. All right, let's go here. Another thing I like to do is, because it has suggested items here which are by the same brand and are like similar products, you can click on these and then open up. Yeah, okay, perfect. So it actually brings us into the list of sellers. So we've got our list of sellers here, and if there's only like 3 people selling it that are not FBA, I tend to kind of stay away from it. I want to find listings that have a lot of people on it, because chances of Amazon calling you out or asking you for invoices is typically going to be lower for products like this, because you've got all these sellers on there, and when a new seller pops up, they usually don't blink an eye. And these guys, if they are official retailers of the product, and you know you had to be for this brand, they might come after you, right? Because they don't want you on the listing, and if you're not an authorized retailer, they're gonna challenge it and hopefully get you kicked off, which means better chance for them to sell on that listing. So like if you were to pop up on this listing, it's pretty obvious. But if you have a bunch of people on the listing, that usually means that this product is pretty easy to get for people and no one's really going to mess with you. But again, you got to just be careful with what kind of brand you're listing. Here's another one. So it looks like this bath one guy is either a drop shipper who's just like, whatever, I don't care, I'm going to just list whatever I want, or he is an official retailer. I'm thinking he's more of an official retailer now that I checked out his store, and most of his stuff is in one category, which is like bathroom and kitchen. Let's go down here and see. Okay, here goes another example. So this looks like, yeah, so I'd kind of be cautious on this brand. I'm not 100% sure if you're going to need invoices to give to Amazon from this brand. Only Amazon on this listing. Amazon and Bath One. So yeah, I'd be kind of weary to list this brand just because of the low amount of sellers on this brand. So let's go back. Let's do some more research. Let's see. Another thing to mention with the BSR here, you've got a really high BSR like 213, and then you've got really low ones like 5,000. I like to try to stay away from the ones that are too low because there's obviously a lot of competition, and the price usually is going down, and you're going to be making less margin, and it's just more competition, and it's kind of a hassle. And then when you go after these ones where it's like 500,000, there's no sales. They're not going to make any sales, maybe like once a month, but it's not even worth you to have it in your monitoring software or for you to waste your time with. So make sure you're like figuring out. It's going to be different for each category. So if I put 5,000 in health and household, it's going to be different if I put 5,000 in baby or 5,000 in books. So you just gotta use this estimator for now, and then you can kind of figure out a range of BSRs that you want to stay within. So let's check out this product. It's 5,000, but let's just check it out anyways to see. Okay, Prime Central Store, Busy Bee World, Tradeco, Zone, Home of Coffee, by VPC. It's selling for $13. Okay, let's see. A pack of 6. Let's try something else. Mainstays, want to stay away from that. Better Home, Pioneer Woman, Camco. Oh, let's just check this. No, it's kind of low price. Okay, 1 for sale. 2-day shipping. 10. Again, so this person, so we only have one person on this listing, so I kind of would want to stay away from it. I want to look for listings that have a lot of people on them. Let's try a different product. Alright, so this looks like it might be a good product for us to list. It's gonna be $9.92, so $9.92 plus $5.99 is gonna be $15.91. All right, so it's a 1.196 margin. So if we basically list around this, we'll make around 6%. Again, like we did in the first example. Let's see what the sellers look like. I know this is not a surefire way of like figuring out if these people are drop shippers or not, but you can just kind of tell by the way that if you drop ship on eBay already, you kind of already know how people name their stores, like Shopper's Choice, Bulldog Commerce, Deals Depot, Great Bargain. I mean, these sound like dropshipper names, honestly. And a lot of the times they'll put, if they're not drop shippers and they're like wholesalers, they're actually put like wholesaler, or they'll have more like legitimate type names. Rock on Broadway, A to Z for Home, USA, Big Bazaar. So Freedom Sales. So yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that these are going to be wholesalers or official type companies. Are usually just kind of like drop shippers. But, and again, like you could tell by the price here. So I would list this product because you've got a lot of people on the listing. It's sold and shipped by Walmart, which means you're going to have that 2-day shipping. That's something also you want to consider too, is like wherever you're sourcing from, like if you're sourcing from somewhere like Bed Bath & Beyond, you got to be careful because sometimes they take like 4 business days to ship out your product. So if you get an order in on Thursday and you place that order with Bed Bath & Beyond like Thursday night, you might not get it until like Wednesday. It might not even ship, until Wednesday of the following week. So you got to be careful because you really got to watch your metrics with Amazon. They're not as lenient as eBay. They consider like every metric as something that could suspend your account pretty much. Whereas eBay, there's like only certain things like defects and item not received and stuff like that that they use to consider if your account is gonna stay valid or whatever. But yeah, so let's go back. Actually, so let's check out some of these people from the listing. So what I would do now is, so now we found a good product, right? And we want to list this product, so we go ahead and list it, and then now we want to find more products. So let's say our minimum margin, the lowest we really want to make on a sale is 1.2. So 1.2 would be somewhere in between these two because this is 1.9, right? So it'd be somewhere around here. And the idea is that if you're going to be listing things at 1.2 and then you've got people that are priced above 1.2, then if you go check out their store and some of their listings, then you can check to see what products they're the lowest for and then beat them on price. All right, sorry about that, guys. Kind of cut out there. But what was I saying? All right, so what we want to do is find sellers that are listing products for a higher price than us. So we wanted to list, let's say we wanted to list at a minimum margin of 1.2. We want to find sellers that are selling higher than 1.2. So for this product, we had 9.92 plus 5.99 is 15.91 times 1.2. So 19. So anybody that lists over 1909, we want to check out their store. 1909. So we would be right here. So we could check out all these stores. And you want to consider also their amount of ratings. So let's say our store, our minimum margin is 1.2, and we're okay with making 6% profit, right, after everything. And let's say we have 1,000 feedback score. So here we got 986, 1,100, 1,200, 1,105, 200. So these guys are all kind of like within the range of competition. If you had a guy that was 150,000 ratings, then I would probably like stay away from trying to compete with them. Like this guy here, 43,000. I don't think I'd compete with him because his feedback score is just going to be way too high. It looks like his percentage is low, but still, I'd kind of stay away from listings that have tons of big feedback accounts. So let's check out this account. We'll just go to the products for each of these. All right, so this guy's got 2,000 listings in his store, and the one thing I don't really like about doing product research on Amazon is that they list all of the top BSRs first, and then you go down the list and you end up on the 87th page with the highest BSRs. So as you can see, all these 17, number 1, number 3, number 118, number 6, number 102, 17, 22, 3. So you can't really tell which items sold recently like you can on eBay. On eBay, you can just click on a listing and then see when the last sale was and who made the sale, which is kind of cool. Makes product research a lot easier. Whereas with Amazon, you're kind of just like guessing. And you never know if you're going to make a sale on a listing that has Amazon on it or FBA sellers. It really depends on like your price, your feedback score, and a couple other things. But let's go through this guy's store and see what he's got. I like to go a couple pages in because, of course, we're not going to compete on those listings that have that are like 13 BSR sold by Amazon and have like this. That's too high of a BSR, but like this Nerf product right here, you've got a 3,000 BSR and you got 8 FBA sellers. So there's no chance of you really selling it as a dropshipper unless you're able to price a lot lower and win like the mini buy box on the side. So this is the buy box. If you win the buy box, then you get, we have to, because we got that from the guy's store, it's only going to show his listing here. So what we have to do is copy this, paste it to see all the listings. So let's go down to here and then we'll go to here. So we got 35 people on this listing, which is crazy. Let's find this product, which is probably on Walmart. Okay, there it is. Got $12.99 plus you got the $5.99 shipping per order. So $12.99 plus $5.99. $18.98. So you got $18.98 for the price that we're gonna pay at Walmart, right? Is this the same product? Yeah, it is. Okay. And then our minimum margin is gonna be 1.2, right? So we've got $22.77. Let's go to the listing and look for $22.77. So we actually can beat the price of these guys, so it might be worth listing. The only thing about I just don't like listing toys because a lot of these brands are like copyright and you can't list these without their permission. So I'd kind of stay away from this, but just for example's sake, we see this is $22.77. So we'd basically be sitting somewhere right here and we can beat most of these FBA guys, not these ones, but it's still worth you listing it. And some people might actually buy it because if you see here, this is $17.99, right? It's Prime and you get free shipping, but it's on orders over $25 shipped by Amazon. So let's say you wanted to buy this product, you're paying 18 bucks, but Amazon says, sorry, you can't ship it because your order's not 25 bucks. So you need to make your cart $25 and then you'll get the free 2-day shipping. So yeah, if you have a product and you're shipping it from Walmart and you have 2-day shipping, and you can kind of offer that 2-day shipping here with a quick handling time, then you might be able to actually beat some of these where people don't want to actually pay for that full $25 because they just want that single product. So in theory, you're kind of selling it for cheaper than these guys. Yeah, it looks like this guy has a lot of brands that make me nervous. You've got like Disney. Again, they might not even be a drop shipper. Who knows? It really depends on their items. But yeah, like they've got Disney products, they've got Fisher Price, they've got more Disney there. And with toys, they just make me nervous because they are so branded. I think that the brands really care about who sells the product and who doesn't, especially someone like WWE there or like Disney. As you guys know, those people are super protective over their brand, so just be careful. I'd more go for brands like this, like Drano is fine. This is Procter and Gamble, so I probably would kind of stay away from that. Dreft, I would do a little research and maybe list something like this. Dreft, Wagner's, that's probably an easy brand to sell without getting in trouble. And what you could also do is, when you're looking at a seller store like this, you can go over here to see more under. So let's say you found a good brand. So let's say that Wagner's brand is a good brand, and after doing a little research, we could see that they don't really care about people selling the product. So you can go here to the brands inside of the seller store, click on Wagner's, and then you got all the Wagner products that you can add to your store. So all of these have really good BSRs. They're pretty low. They're sold by Amazon, but you could do your research and go through a couple of these and see if it's like actually worth it for you to list them. So let's actually just check one of these and see. Which one was it? Is it that one? Yeah. Alright, so this has Amazon Choice stamp on it, so it sells a lot. Right. Source Trading Co., Red Commerce, plenty of that. See what I mean, guys? Come on. Plenty of that. Think that's a legit company or a dropshipper? I don't know. Plenty of that. So this is for $37, and you can usually tell like how much this product is at the source by just looking at the Amazon price, because Amazon is usually the best price or matches the best price of other sellers. So let's look this up and see what source this is coming from. So it looks like because this product is under $35, it's going to be more expensive at Walmart, but let's check. I think Home Depot would be fine. Let me turn on my VPN. I'm here in Thailand, so I can't access Home Depot without a VPN. Alright, so we're good. Let's check this out. Okay, 13. Oh, 13. Not the same one, but I'm pretty sure this is the same thing. Let's go back here and check. I'm also weary to list items that have the incorrect model number. So if we go down here and look at the model number, we got 13013, and here we got 25016. But if you take a look at it, it looks like it's the same product, blended for 4-year round feeding, wild bird food, blended for year-round feeding, 40 pounds. I mean, it's the same thing. You could just double check with oh, it's out of stock. But if it was in stock, that'd be nice to list. I think this was a product that they also had in their store. So let's go back and look at that. Aye. Computer's so laggy. I think I have too much open. Alright, let's click on this. So we got 2,600 is the BSR, which is a good number. We've got 16 sellers, which is looking good. We've only got one prime seller, which is Amazon. But it looks like Bargain Days, Red Commerce, the Home Shopping Concierge. So it looks like this could be a good product for us to list. We got it in stock, free delivery, $70. Let's just say our minimum margin again is still 1.2. So we've got 84.82. 84.82. So we would be somewhere about around here. So this product, it doesn't look like we would be anywhere close to the. I try to stay within the top. If I'm top 3 for a listing, excluding the prime sellers, then I'll go ahead and list that product. But in this case, you could see that we would be way down this list, so I would skip this product. But a good thing is, so we would be somewhere right here, right? So in this case, we can again branch off and click on TK Ship, BTM, Bulldog Commerce, and because they're listed higher than us, we're going to look at their listings and try to find listings that they are the cheapest at. So let's go to their products. And you could usually tell, like if you've been drop shipping for a while, you could usually tell like where people are sourcing their items from by like just looking at the first couple pages. So this guy's got products that look like Home Depot, Walmart, I don't know, Porter Cable, I forgot. Walmart. Yeah, so it looks like this guy sources a lot of stuff from Walmart and Home Depot. So as you're going through, you can just do a quick check on there to see if this person is even worth going through. So say you don't drop ship from Walmart and you find this guy's page, don't waste your time and go through all these pages just to search for like let's see. I know this is Walmart and Home Depot, but let's say it was only Home Depot. You know, if you only see like one Home Depot item and you only source from Home Depot and not Walmart, then it's not even worth you to go through. I would look for other sources that sell more Home Depot stuff if that's your main source. This guy looks like he is selling some Walmart stuff. Again, so if we're sourcing from Walmart, this would be a good store for you to go over. Now, what I like to do is I'll pull up, after a while, after doing a bunch of research, you kind of know which brands it is that you want to list, right? So you get an idea of certain brands after you've done some research, if you should list that product or not. And then you can just go to each of these stores and then see more. Now when you pull it up, it's going to show you like the top brands that they have. So there's going to be like a lot of repeat stuff. So like this guy's got Presto, Purina. It just shows the top brands as far as like Amazon. I don't think this is like top brands in terms of sales from this specific seller. It's just top brands that this seller carries. So if you know a brand that you're going to be selling, like let's go to D, and then let's type in. You can see all the D's here. So don't just go off of just this top brands thing. You can click on each of these letters, and it'll show you all the brands that they carry that hold that letter. So let's say we like listing DeWalt. They don't have DeWalt. They've got Dynaglow. Okay, let's say we want to list Dynaglow. They have 10 Dynaglow items, and you could just go through, check the BSRs on each of these, and list the products. And you could just go ahead and do this through each of the sellers. And let's just say you want to do Dynaglow all at once. You can go through, if you have a list of sellers, you can go to each seller's store and then go to their brands and then just go through all the Dynaglow items until you have everything you need. And then when you find a new brand, open up that list of sellers in a bunch of tabs and then Control F, find that brand that they sell, and then take all the listings that you want from that brand. So that's a good way to do it if you find a brand that you're pretty confident in listing. Otherwise, I would do more research on if you should list the brand or not, depending on if it looks like there are a lot of drop shippers that are selling it or if it's wholesalers that are selling it. So this guy, let's go back. And I like to go through stores that have a similar feedback score. I just want to touch on that again. So like I said earlier, you want to find stores that have a similar feedback score, because these are the people that you're going to be competing with on the listing. So if you guys both have around 1,000 feedback score and you're able to price cheaper than that person, and you're able to offer the shipping and the handling time, which is about the same as them, you should be able to pull some sales. As long as, Amazon isn't. So like for this product, it's #1 in pet supplies and it's sold by Amazon. So I wouldn't even try to list this item, because Amazon obviously is the most powerful one on the listing. And because it's #1 and sells the most, Amazon's going to want to get as many sales as possible. So the only way that they're going to throw some sales to you is if you do FBA. And yeah, so if you as a drop shipper, I wouldn't necessarily go for it. This is too low of a BSR because it's #1. TK ship. I also like to look at how many listings they have. So this guy's got about 6,000. And you can tell like if the person kind of knows what they're doing, because they'll have quite a few listings. But I don't want to go after stores that have like 100,000 listings, because one, it just takes forever to go through their listings unless you're using the method I showed you by looking at the brand. But if you're just scrolling through like this, it's going to take forever for you to get through it. So it's kind of nicer to find stores that have, I don't know, less than 5,000, maybe 2,000, maybe 1,000 listings. And then you can find products that way. So if you guys have any questions on finding listings, or if there's a method that I didn't show here and you want to tell me about, go ahead and comment in the comments below, or you guys could hit me up on Instagram. See you in the next one.